In the name of God, and blessings and peace be upon the messenger of God. Hello friends. Today we are back with a new lecture in the Adobe Photoshop course. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic in detail, which is the list of tools. Yes, the list of tools. The tools here I have. I kind of can't talk about the backbone of in general, which is the definition. I mean an example of that I want to change. I want to change an element. I want to edit it. I want to hide it. I want to move it. I want to change its color. I want to do something inside it half or gray, and so on. The backbone of Photoshop in general, which is the selection, we have several tools for identification. We are going to get to know them, and we are going to get to know everyone, the tools that I have on, and the hidden tools, and we talk about most of the tools and how we can use them and apply my work to them. Let's start directly. For example, the first thing, like I want to call up a specific image. To start with, edit the content. Human on that, let's get a selfie together. If you edit it completely, now I have it here. I am the first to perform, which is now in any several copies of Photoshop. In the copies, it will be the new advanced one, meaning the modern one will have an introductory video of this tool in general, and in applications or in copies do not have its definition. The countries are a determination. Frame or elements, does it help the picture? How? I mean, do I have elements? The picture, if we give an example like this, has more than one element. Hey, I have the first item available, huh? Press OK. These are the elements that I added now. This literature works to move the elements. I mean, I want the fish to broadcast, right? By holding the element, as much as I can control the elements and move them to the right, north, up, or down, whatever I want. If it is above this, and these are next to each other, as much as I can remove the liras from each other, empty them, or excuse me, as much as I change their place within the frame, this is the function of the in general, which is to identify the element and move it. We come to the second point. The second point, which is my determination. I have two basic points, which is, there are several basic points, but we choose this tool first, which is a rectangle. Bar 2, this is the abbreviation. What will happen to me? Here I see I have a square definition. Determine in a square shape. In addition, you want to specify something specific, such as a window. You want to specify something like a door. You want to specify something normal that is equal to something like this. And you specify the door that is present, or it is a window, by pressing on it. If we keep putting the tool in my place, I will see its name and abbreviation, and I have a general introductory video. This is something I have like a picture. I'm using this tool by grabbing hex costume and by pulling out the tool. I choose the door, the window, or the picture to the end. This is square or form, I guess. You can control my height. It can be rectangular or it can be parton, meaning long like this. Or in the form of a display like this, you can determine the thing that is supported by it. And then the same thing will come to the next one. But, oh God, what is circular? What is square? What is square? What is circular? What is the sun? I want to determine it. I want to determine the water basin, like I want to make it a little smaller. The tool appears like this, and we hold it. For example, like this, we sit, draw, and determine at our convenience. Like a moon or anything round, you can determine it from this tool, okay? We will come to the next performance. Did the performance that I sold come to the next performance that is Luston? What are you working on? To specify something, manually. I mean, for example, I am the person in the Khalafa. I want to specify it. I come with a press like, who is here? What do you do with me? The arrow comes up and identifies the person completely and necessarily. What do I acknowledge? It proceeds like a projection with some beginning and end on Sa, so that I have a complete and complete determination. And we come to the next point. This point defines me, but how exactly did he call it? Don't press it with a press. Like this means in the form of certain points. He is moving alone, I see. I don't keep pressing on it and pulling, and it moves with me, and determines according to the movement of my hands. No, the first press, then you press on the second press. It determines me according to the presses I pressed. This is how I got a triangle shape. Okay, so we know the first two defining points. We come to the point after that, which is abbreviated. Could you tell me what you're doing and explain the function of this tool? If you can write a bit more, I have a visual like this. Alright, please, excuse me for a moment. Could you tell me directly, alright, how valuable is it for us to move it? What are you doing? What do you do? Defining a type of what is absolute or mean. Smart, internal intelligence of the device, meaning I select it on the element, specify the entire element for me. I want this person, for example, such as along, automatically select me around. The picture is high. You see how she is completely. For example, I want this car. Just specify the place that I pressed on. But if you press a button, it will specify the area around 95%. Somewhat like this triangle. I mean, what kind of people, the parts, the traffic, this blue color that contradicts it. If we grow up a little small like this, specify to me. I have the car in the back. The one with you is like the same system. It's related to that topic. Just one click on the thing, person, or part you want to select in the picture, and it will automatically select it for me. Hey, how's it going? And how's her method? Excuse me? You make a determination, but the determination you make is what you make. Oh, on the one hand, when a person is like A in the dark and wants to pursue a specific purpose and does not see anything, he begins to feel the things, the parts in front of him in order to reach the purpose he wants. Similarly, this performance is suitable for me when sensing items, people, or objects in my possession. An instance such as Niji Het can be detailed. For example, let's go back a little bit, okay? With this tool, I want to determine, for example, the pronunciation or QE before the pronunciation. I have above Han the characteristics of this performance. In all the performance, I chose it. There was a god of characteristics at the top. I have the button below this that gives me the size of the selection that I want to see. How was he before he was young? And so we grew him up specifically, or the size of the selection. And in addition, I have Han you want it. Do you prefer alcoholic beverages or an alcohol abstainer? Etc. Are you able to play in it? Do I possess any shoes? Understand? I want to determine, for example, what can you make sure that it is the one that is not minus the plus plus. Anything that you have from the limit will be transferred to me by the plus. It will be added to me. What is the limit? It will come out. How is that? We only determined the tongue so that we could determine the face, but the forehead. Then we went down a little to the north eye, then the right one. The head is fully intact. Then what about the end? Then the jacket, and piece by piece it will make me experience the part that exists. I have it right here. As a person here, the same thing for the ice came out, then he determined this for me completely. This is the nature of performance like this. We arrive at the subsequent point, or the next instrument, which is the following. Pardon, Alder. What are you doing? You identify things that are similar in color and very close to the color. For example, if I pressed on snow, identify most of the things that are in it. Sugar color in the same hue. I arrive here in a sugar hue, but what? It doesn't quite resemble the Han color, since it has a different shade of blackness compared to this hue. For example, Neji, like this. This is all sugar, but Hunjai has a little blackness on it, so he didn't specify it for me. When I specified it, he only specified the existing whiteness. This is the same thing for the button that I have. Han only specified the button for me, meaning he specified only the very similar parts in the same color. This is like this. Just specify the green color, okay? And this, no, why? Because here I have the green color, which is not the same color. The color that is here is on the same color as black. On her part, this is for this performance that it is iconic. Let's proceed to the next point. These are your colors. If you want to choose a specific color, okay, let's go for it. Its name signifies a writing instrument or something similar, equal to a certain thing. Do you utilize this tool? Utilize this drawing tool, which is specifically for illustration purposes. Come to her. This is the tool that is the first thing I have now. I am the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. Can I summarize them all with it? If I want to press, like I press on this selection, I want to switch directly to by pressing on my selection along. Well, I want to press on what is the abbreviation of the second, not the first, the second, or the third. Okay, either by pressing something like this or by pressing it from the abbreviations. Then by pressing I am the chef or B chef or B. It changes directly depending on only the tools that are present. So each unit will fluctuate for me and then. Pardon me, cultural Beck, Fitterbeck, and other such things. Certainly, let's move to the news. As previously explained, there is a loss. I have an urge that controls my thoughts, challenges me, and affects my emotions with intensity and precision. The color I intend to use for painting, okay? In your case, you preferred it to be pale and expansive. Regarding the definition level, please refer to the drawing degree. In addition, here you want to focus on two main points. The color white and the color after it, or the existing colors, are white and blue. If we press like this, what should I do? Here, paint the blue color above. I want to change the color blue to a second color by pressing two buttons for the color blue and turning them into white, green, yellow, or any other color shade. I want it to be white with you, and that's what happens. I paint Han in white, okay? In addition, I have a special list here of the characteristics of the same stinging in some way, which is simple but in detail. Here, you want it in a sharp way, normal like this, in shapes like this, which is the shape of the one you drew in certain shapes for the brush. You specified it to control it. You control it with a thin control, or I mean some kind of, which is the Zodiac drawing controls the settings, huh? As you want it all one line, or you want it to be crossed points, something like that, I will return you. You are kind of like that in general. Regarding the size of the first unit, we will come to the second point. The second point, what are you doing to me? It's written like a pencil, not a brush. He told them my bullets that I have. Han, give me the same. It is as if you are holding a pen and writing the same movement. The same thing about the characteristics. You choose the color found here. You want any color such as green. Like I want white, green. Han will be called green. This is a list of some types of characteristics. Use the brush and you can determine Han as you want, my friends. Let's come to the next point, which is the performance, which is its abbreviation, but on the keyboard. If we capture it, give me a video explaining it. What is the tool? Are you telling me? Are you telling me? I can transfer to you any part that you place this performance on. I will transfer you to a second place. I mean, for example, I have this person that I want to transfer here, but I do not transfer him. Literally, I want to copy every part of an important copy next to here. For example, let me expand. The first thing I have is the picture here. Okay. When I press on the tool, I see its characteristics. I want to make it bigger. I want to increase its sharpness to the end. Now the person I want to move is determined on it as it is. I put the number on it, and when I press, I see this sign, which has become like a plus sign with a circle inside it. This won't change. I have a movement. That is the form of performance. By pressing a single button, we read on the right, then I go to the place where I want to locate or transfer this person. And what happens? I am drawing. I see that Hoon gave me two tools, a performance of what I am drawing and a performance of the person himself. A little. A tool on the person himself, and a visionary takes me every part I walk. I focus on the tool or on the part on which the excess is placed. Everything that is on the, or I read, is the performance of what is on the plus or the plus tool that is there, which is on the person. You move it to the second place where I am drawing. And so on. Sort of, and you become elevated according to your needs for her God. To proceed to the subsequent tool, this tool indicates, if you have the desire, copy something inside. The picture brought me Ya from the outside. What does the nature of these performance characteristics mean for you? Here you are, and so on. As we explained, Sadiq, come here. This is where I have the pictures or choices that I want to choose or sit and draw in. I mean, for example, I want to choose a picture of a hamburger like this burger. I want to walk and draw in it. I am here. I mean, instead of me going to a model inside the picture, he brought me a model from outside the picture according to my needs and according to my choices. I chose an image from the outside that is the one from the outside, and I want to walk and draw in it inside the program. I mean, let's start walking. What do we draw? He won't start drawing us a burger. The identical image I selected. Oh dear, I created a photo transfer procedure for myself. Externally from the exterior to the interior. The application includes Photoshop. If you want her to mature, you assist her growth. And you assist in her growth to its fullest potential. Thus, it transforms like this. Quickly, we grow a footprint. Oh dear, I manipulated and created a duplicate of an image externally. From outside the application using the secondary tool, or what is the abbreviation? Okay, you need to go to the menu above. You will see a small arrow, click on it, and you have the option to choose specific pictures, like A from here, or a picture similar to A. Like this, to go to sum in it, you copied molecules from the outside to the inside, simulating the tool above it. The tool above it copied some molecules or elements from place to place inside the program, but the next tool is from outside the program, fine like this in general. As for this evidence, my friends, let's reduce the performance that follows, which is, this is space. Alright, we discussed the initial aspect of the brush function. Okay, let's give an application to it. For example, I pressed a new layer, pressed on what is the brush, and sat drawing with me and writing what I wanted. For example, I want to erase this writing by going to the eraser. As soon as I press it, I have it on the eraser. What will I do to erase me? If we come like this, we will notice that he has grown up a little. This is what happened to me with the eraser. He starts forwarding me what I wrote. First, we need to ensure the action is either drawing or erasing and confirm it involves the image itself. Or take a look at the primary image above. In general, the basic image is closed. There are two types. You don't want to grow up for the scanner or something will come back to you. Make sure that you are on the path above and you can erase as you want. Hello. Regarding the eraser tool, it removes the objects you have drawn via messenger, even in the Arabic language. Okay, my friends, this etiquette carries out a process that is a magic research that carries out the process of scanning things by sensing in a way, as we explained. For example, I want to increase piety. He carried out a partial identification process, which is its nature by identifying certain parts. I want the forehead, I want to be like the face that I can remove. This part identifies me with a scan. Conduct a complete scan of the item before deciding whether to delete it and understand the reason for its removal. In something found beneath this particular item, what is underneath is what is, as we explained. Yeah, if I put it like a new layer, it is different from me. The situation is an example of that. Quickly, we put it on it and we come and put the layer under it. What happened to me like this? I have it in white. Or what do we want to choose? The color is red. Will it happen to me? In red? Why did you delete it? I have the parts. Hey, what happened to me? Do I have the background behind it here or the layer behind it? Which is this one that has been turned red? Two kinds. Okay, and this tool makes sure that we are on the road. This tool scans people or parts by sensing certain parts, similar to some color, similar to some, meaning some kind of shape. They are clustered in or near the same place. Like you, for example, I want the window of the car that is easy or crying. Specify it for me. The color that is easy. Specify it for me, such as the lights with the salafi, and so on and so on. This karma specifies for me the entire architecture, which is a survey with a cut. I mean, in addition to having Han, I carried out the selection process. Randomly and somewhat sensitively, as we explained in the small examples. The concept remains the same for determining Kuwait. Nevertheless, this involves a comprehensive survey. Well, regardless of the tool elucidated, we proceed to the subsequent performance. Okay, my friends, let's move on to this tool. Like Freddy, you won't let us down, or we will explain it. We are in. There is some kind of text. I have text here. You press its characteristics on it, and in addition, you have the characteristics here for the TG. You press like this so that you determine the place where you want to write. You write the text you need, whether it is Arabic or English, such as A. According to you, what do you want to write? For instance, and will it be clearly defined? The properties above are combined with those found here in its characteristics. These account for the attributes of text. Furthermore, we clarified that that is to say, we are going to present an exclusive lecture concerning the pardon, along with extensive details of the tools, the method of relocating individuals, deleting items, modifying components, balancing its sides, and completing numerous intricacies related to the taxi tool. Naturally, this falls within the scope of the tax display presented here. And I have the item position beneath that extends longitudinally. I mean longitudinally, and before it was transversely. Alright, let's move on to the next amazing performance featuring the talented girl. Yeah. This girl does the process of identifying things by pressing on them. I mean, that's it. We will grow up. Here, what happened to me? Here, I want to sit down. I adjust or define the edges. I want to define something like a head. I come by pressing on it on this tool, and I will start defining a press. The first time I pressed here, he gave me, what? I have this point. He gave me, I will bring you next to her. 1 second. Walk, look, and determine. Quite precise, but I want to expedite it. I have a tight schedule. What's my course of action here? I see he's given me instructions. I'm moving on quickly. On the one hand, the point that I put, the point that I pulled, and the third party pressed on. I press on the first one and press on it. The one I have disappears and I complete the selection. What's going on with the party I hosted here? Operation. This implies more extensive control over the tool if we revisit it. Clearly, this was done swiftly for demonstration purposes and isn't professional. Come here, for instance. What steps should I take to improve the selection? I noticed when I clicked on it and adjusted it. What do you do for me? Elevation and control. You can control somewhat complex things and things that are included in the definition or image. So you can continue like this? I don't understand. We will come here and carefully reduce the distance able until we finally achieve the perfect shape that we desire. Okay, in general I have a wrap and I think it's quite sufficient for now. I'm worth something like this, and I'm coming from here step by step. Let's grow precisely like this together. So what can we manage more effectively? Okay, now I really want to work. I want to identify who I am. I am bowing. We have explained this. Allow me to repeat this explanation once again. On his daughter. Okay, I will get you a sign. And I pull endlessly. What's wrong exactly? I arrive at the shape I want in particular. This method is quite convenient by using a machine to determine the initial point. The fundamental aspect is by pressing on the ground and continually pressing until I retrieve the original point, proceeding to determine until I achieve a satisfactory result in identifying the figure, person, or element present in the picture. And so you kind of don't really want to lift it up fully. Do you want to take it down? Do you want to modify it on my side? Excuse me? Hey. Adjust it to my side. Am I right? You can estimate the degree of G, degree of curvature, or angle of the element so that you can determine it appropriately for you. Do you press it like this? Be complete determination, etc. In our place. I don't like it here. I want to remove it. You have several points, the most important of which is that you press on the same under an incomplete option, you remove a point, stacking it, and so on. This is how I remove the points that I don't need here. Okay? Heck, we explained two tools, which are the addition of its daughter and the removal between tamam negi and the next point. The point after that is carried out, which is of course affiliated with the daughter, carries out the process of identifying things. These are the pressures every time. I mean, for example, that's what I have here. I withdrew what I wanted to determine what hand we withdrew. What happened to me? Each time I draw it. He gave me, I am the god of points. He tells me, are you not weary of being so specific? Your situation is very specific, and I am not weary of providing you with points. Just set the parameters for me. Hey, this is a tool that is free form between tau. Okay, let's continue the drawing with me, Han Af Ah. What did we discuss about? Hey, are we good? Hey, we're pulling out. They gave me significant hum points. They allocated automatic points to me, Han. This kind of thing means in general. An explanation of this tool comes in particular. Here I want to determine the triangle I have. Okay, come to this tool and explain it again. Once we press on the head of the triangle and pull, 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 pull. Now the withdrawal, this is all manual selection. There are no points, but it is automatic. What are you doing with this etiquette? Do you see these points automatically? I made the points without pressing Han. Then here, then I sit and delete the point I want to make, and the end, and I sit and make a long turn. I pressed, I pulled it in my working state. The points are automatic. A. Okay, let's get to the next point, which is affiliated with Pentel. Naturally, when equating to his daughter, you must ensure the linkage from start to finish to achieve complete determination. Isn't that right? We do not possess a mask. Okay, you will have to specify the same limitations that we explained before, such as the constitution or among these tools, there are different types of desired items. What is the main focus? The details include a lot of EA, and you need to check them thoroughly as they are beneficial internationally. He reaches the final point about his daughter. Let's generally rescue her and proceed. I have a specific shape, so what do I intend to do? I want to adjust it to any desired point. I select the tool underneath the current one I'm using. By pressing on it in addition to the spirit on the points I have here, I can adjust any unit I want. I can get closer to it, I can raise it, and so on. On a machine, for example, I press something like this for me. Or remove the point, that is easy. Different details, etc. The one here is just as you control it, and at every point you want to bend it. At this point, you make an adjustment to every point you make. This is an abbreviation for it. We will come to the next point, after which we have an explanation like this. Sort of. Does this performance tell me the same as yours? Move and identify the things you have. Was this what you did to me about the girl? Why? Because what God has any goodness or any validity in the girl. This performance has validity, but the performance that is under no God has any validity only in objects in moving them. Firstly, move the elements completely or specifically move the selection. We quickly bring it into the video. Anything specific that can be moved to any preferred location through this invocation, and anything specific but unselected can be chosen with this tool like so. Please choose the triangle that I picked between states. Okay, point 1, move me up under the right in the removal like A or to the end exactly the first point. Hey, what is her mission? Point 2. Like this, what am I worth? Or what kind do I also have? There is no energy like the same specific thing. But I want to work on the triangle, not on the energy. I come to this option by clicking on it. And when I come to draw like this, I will say anything close to the triangle I have, Han F. Or something very specific, define it for me. All the sides in the triangle I have defined, I want to relocate them. I want to move on the option above and control it as you want. What kind of tool does the process of identifying a problem? Determine with this and see how it will benefit us at work. Okay, this is a tool that I have a square, and I have a circle, and I have a triangle, and I have a kind of rectangle or pentagon, and I have a line tool, and we are going to explain all of them. The first unit, which is the square, comes to draw like this. What does it do? It makes a determination in addition to saying, if you choose a specific color from here, the movie I will show you is not chosen by your boyfriend. It is empty, an example of that tells you this option. I made you a square. Do you want to get tired? Do you want to put a picture inside and out? You are a craftsman. Either you come to this list and choose the color you want, okay? Or come here, you can also choose the color you want. Here we put red and press ah. It changes to red for me. I want to leave it in the dark blue above. I put it down. But this is for the square, for the circle, the same thing. And for the triangle, it is also the same thing. I have Han E in the same thing. You want, what is the edges? You want it in green we painted it in green. Would you like to increase its size? I have more of what is the stroke or the edges, the color of the triangle, and so on and so on. For the circle and for the cube and for what is, you want to equal something by way, meaning we make it green or make it red, like it is blue, like you can strengthen. You have which is more than that, but this is kind of the tool you have. Drinking is a form that exists in the several specific forms, like trees, like you have here. Certain drawings. For example, do you have a rose drawing? Okay. Now, in general, we draw the square, the triangle, or the yen, but it gave me a ready-made shape. I just have to hold it and pull it out. I have the picture of gray hair. The picture is gray-haired, and it is done in it, meaning it is in blue and it is in red. You want to change them and come with the same thing. Or if it is something in blue you want, that's also achievable. So like this. This is how I got this shape, and the same thing for the gray hair you have here. Can you add shapes from outside the application here and add them and combine them with the gray hair you have here? Here, in general and quickly about this tool, I am an example of this. I have a zoom. Let's get out of these liras first. I have them. I am an example of this. I have an enlargement of the picture, an enlargement of the picture. I have enlarged it of the picture. Now I want to enlarge. Okay, I want to remove the zoom. I want to go to the right like this and say there's nothing. Okay, I want to grow up and I want someone. I want to remove the picture a little. I keep removing things without reaching something like to change above. Pressed on India. Okay, won't you give me a scratch on the picture? You can control it and move it as if you were moving in your hand. Inside the picture, what is her name? And so. The next point is, what do? You do the process of moving the elements of the image, but through what we kind of talk about rotation, through the compass, meaning this is the direction of the compass. In this way, you can control it casually upside down, like flipping the image and flipping the part of it. When we come like a Han, This is how I come back. What happened to me here? He turned me over the picture by... A hand says, my work resembles a unique angle as it passes through the various phases of creation. Firstly, we need to navigate within the image, and secondly, to manipulate the image, have something to eat in between. To some extent, it comes to the next point, which is the zoom. The zoom is pressed on it, it shows you its characteristics here, and all my performances we have used, it shows its characteristics here or here, and you can play with it at your leisure. The zoom is there for me. I am the plus tool that I installed on it, and things or people repeat to me. Or chastity, whatever becomes closer to the picture, which is its abbreviation. Looking for keyboard shortcuts? Got it. Let me head back to the main menu. File and do something on top of it. Incomplete. In the beginning we were on a plus, it started to grow, or we went above it. I have a minus. When I press on it, it automatically returns to me. Alright, I put it down. Go back to the basic form. Can you define the basic structure for the image? Is that okay? What's your opinion on Zoe overall? In relation to zoom? Okay, let's get to these points, and the many tools that I have here, no matter what you learn, all the tools, the most important thing is that you learn the tools that you want to use in your designs. Okay, here is an example of these. I have several tools available here that I have to use. An example of this is this tool. This application has a feature to delete items efficiently. With a single click, we can achieve our intended growth step by step. One click, then another, and a third one is all it took for him to remove the person who stood there with remarkable speed. My focus remains sharp. It was destroyed, meaning because I pressed more than one button on the eye, and the function of this tool is to carry out the process, meaning to attract something from here, something from here, something from here, close parts of the same element that you want to remove or combine them together so that it is a kind. The shape is inconceivable. We come to this wine car, like if we decide. It composes the image of wine, pressing 1, 2, 3, etc. Overall, it sort of vanished. To put it simply, the white car, similar to... He has to come and pick her up. I will collect snow from here to some degree to make the form memorable. Honestly, we somewhat immobilized the car, both the white and wine cars. Understand? Do you have an alternative perspective? You come to identify the car, such as this pickup. You create a duplicate of the chosen part and merge it into a unified entity. I duplicate these elements belonging to the car, put them in a copy, and blend it, resulting in this appearance. Therefore, I transformed into this. What lies ahead of us? If we go back a little bit, determined, What do we settle with? Thus, it appeared as if I had two cars, right? This tool performed a copy process for me with a merger. If we came and removed the eye that was easy and placed it in the second eye with a merger, I would have something like this. No, it is not appropriate because I may have determined a shape. Could you provide more details, please? If we identify and come, we will put it down. Sort of close to the eye. Okay, this is the behavior of this tool. And in addition, in the new lectures, we are going to explain about the like of the eye, how to remove anything present on the eye, such as colors as a flash, the camera, like accessories and equipment. Let's make her, for example, do this job specifically. Like a ruler. What does a ruler mean? I mean, I want to determine something about my height, so please determine it completely for me. From his political stance to his overall strategy, if we arrive, we will discuss the key points. But you still have a grip on it, and he determines it for me completely in terms of what? As a ruler, do you want to specify something? Do you want to determine the length of my width like Han? Is there anything that makes you look like a ruler? It is written on it, which is the ruler. It exists, here, and with women in the mix, you want to make the sharpness very high, a crystal, you want to make it blurry, not blurry, sorry, you want to make it very blurry, like this option, and so on. As for the existing tools, what does this tool do? Do you bleach the skin and add a white color? If we had to increase the sharpness, how would this aspect turn out? How did it turn out after I had an operation? The doctor chooses this tool, which is the name of this tool. Which is it? Does she see how I have it? I, the dog, have become white, and so on. You can control or carry out a process of whitening the face using this tool, etc., etc. Regarding the tools I have, I am here. You can control them and act on them according to your needs. As for the monkeys, do you want to leave this to you? Except for me? Did he do a full color operation for the layer I have, or did he make a layer with colors? Saturated. You can make a color gradient, and we are going to explain in detail about the templates in a special lecture. You can change the color and so on, and choose ready-made filter things. For example. Or perhaps you prefer it. I mean, if we take it seriously. Oh, I changed it like this, like a circular shape, something that I will return to you and the last of the details. I mean, I see it. It doesn't mean the most important thing. We know the basic details that we made a slide. Okay, now I have this picture. I added it to the press that I have. I don't have anything. Why? Because I had a lock. I paralyzed the lock, and it turned out that I was the space in the picture. I have it above, and I can see the shape of the net, and underneath it is a crooked arrow pressed against it. I have several basic points. By telling me these points, you are free to shape the image you have, leave it like this, or control it at your convenience. This is very helpful to me. For example, do you want the picture I want, for example, with a press on the same as the one I have here? I have a bright red color. And I will be fair to her here at my ease. And so on. We equated the first thing in general for a general picture here for fill. Excuse me. For the games I have here, you can control them by angle and so on in the way you want them, okay? How? This? Help me and you with several basic matters, such as that I have a certain image. For instance, I possess an image. Let's name it the primary image. This is the picture I have here. Need Jihuan. Let's generally determine the image of my face. I will create Ctrl-G to enable him to replicate the image to me both in Lin above and Negi here. Using this tool, alright, over here I have this photograph for free. So for example, Are We Worth a Movie? If this layer of the head is located in the layer above, which is 2. I want to adjust it, okay? As much as I control the head and I control its movement, for example, if we put every shake reflects integrity, we strive for equality. Add dahat as we mature so that you can observe how we can work on my face. Sort of. Alright. We apply pressure on the face and then distance ourselves. You show me this list and I click on this shape and I see that I am generally in control of. The image characteristics were verified as accurate. How did I attain the ability to control the face to mold it into a desired shape? This involves zooming out. Is there now? Or it forms, meaning a simple type, such as adjusting the size of the head and so on. Small of her. You will acquire everything you require in Algeria. The head cup appears to be quite small. Or adjust it comfortably. Heck, in general. Do you control molecules? The face has grown, the head has grown, the teeth have grown, etc. The modifications that you see from your point of view are suitable for use. You control the item, press OK and return it like this, T-Jihan, and return it as it was. Modify it as you want. As for the head, if we come again, Han. Does this list show you? Take it easy. Battle. Who is the? We're kind of finished. And so on and so forth generally, right? That's how I achieved the shape. Previously, it was completely different. And this is how we enhanced it. This is how you can manipulate molecules. In people, you modify a large part, reduce a second part to the end, and make your modifications on this image. This is how we have finished the tools lecture, and God willing, we will meet you in a new lecture in the Adobe Photoshop course. We are waiting for you, God willing, in the next lecture. Peace and mercy of God be upon you, and His blessings.